Dan's Miscellaneous Ramblings, episode 203. Guess who's back? You don't even have to guess, because it's me. That's the answer. I'm back. It's been about a week. That's way too long for you guys to go without a podcast. I know you're all craving your Dan's Miscellaneous Rambling fix, so let's get right on with it. So I, of course, have been on vacation for the last, about a week. I don't think I actually released one on Tuesday. Actually, no, did I? No, I think I did. I don't think I got one last Wednesday. So 8 days without a podcast, because last Wednesday to this Wednesday is 8 days, because you count Wednesday twice. Anyway, it's been about 8 days without a podcast, and I know you're all very, very saddened by that, but now I have a lot more material to talk about. So I went to a place called Nebraska, and for anyone who doesn't live in the United States, normally I live in Illinois, which is about a little closer to the east, but it's in the middle still. A little closer to the north, a little closer to the east, but it's still pretty in the middle. Nebraska is a little, maybe slightly south, but it's not. It's basically on the same latitude. But it is quite a bit west, and it's basically the middle of the United States. Actually, where's the geographical center of the United States? Geographical center of the contiguous U.S. The center is located... I'm checking Google Images here. All right. So the geographic center of area is... Oh, wait, no, that's counting Alaska. Is actually in Kansas, which is right under Nebraska. So it's a little north of the center of the U.S., I believe. So... And, of course, the continental U.S., I'm not counting Hawaii and Alaska and stuff. Those are not attached, and therefore should not be counted. Sorry, guys. So, anyway, Nebraska's basically directly in the middle of the U.S. and a little bit north. So, the general climate is a little hot, unless it's snowing, in which case it's cold, but it doesn't snow until the winter. And there's a lot of farm. It's very rural. And specifically, it's corn country out there. There's a lot of corn. There's a lot of soybeans, which, fun fact, people often, depends on the farm for how often they switch it out, but they'll do corn in fields some of the time, and soybeans in fields other times. And this is because corn, when it's growing, it takes what's called nitrates out of the soil. Or nitrites. Nitrates or nitrites. It's one of them. And I don't care enough to Google it. But something with nitrogen out of the soil. And that's it, so the corn can grow. Now, soybeans actually put nitrogen back into the soil. So if you keep growing corn in the same place, eventually you'll wear out the soil, take out all that, and your corn isn't going to grow. And that soil is considered kind of destroyed, which is not the best thing. So people will plant soybeans there some of the time, so that it puts that nitrogen back into the soil. And that makes it so the corn can go back in, consume some more. You put the soy back in, that goes and replenishes it, and it's a lovely cycle that makes it so that the soil doesn't get worn out. I took a class back in freshman year of high school, so don't worry, I know all about this. Please take AP Human Geography if you have the chance. It's a wonderful, wonderful class. Anyway, so I was in Nebraska, looking through all the corn, looking through all the soybeans, and my family comes from a small town, at least my family on my dad's side, and I think I'll save that small town for being revealed in a later podcast episode because, I can generate some drama this way. It's not smart to reveal all your cards at once, And I'm a good podcaster. In fact, I might be the best podcaster that exists because I get an episode out almost every day, excluding, the last 8 days because I was on vacation. But, I really could have pre-recorded these episodes. But you know what? That's a lot more work than I intend to put in. So you guys are going to have to deal with this. But a lot of my family is from a small town in Nebraska, which I'll be revealing at a later date. Ooh, spooky. And I was going and visiting there with my grandparents, with my sister, and with my uncle. Because we have what's called the drum roll, please. Family reunion! Yeah, it's usually not in this small Nebraskan town, but sometimes it is. In fact, I have a trivet right here, which a trivet is a place to put hot things on top of so that it doesn't destroy your counter. And it's got bubble wrap on it. If you, which I think is absolutely marvelous. I haven't even gotten to pop it yet because I'm just sort of savoring it. But anyway, looking at my family reunion, we've been doing it since 1994, and the number of times that this has been in, Nebraska. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 times, really? I don't know. Oh well. It's fine. I'm not a liar, I swear. But yeah, we've met quite a few times in Nebraska. Oh gosh, I'm looking through all this. It has the costume theme written on it, because we started doing costumes in 2006. And it was... Oh gosh. I forgot that these things existed. Like, we had back in 2006, we had a pirate theme. We had a... what's called? We've had boat characters. Let's see. We had boat characters, boat people, and pirates from 3 different reunions. I think we like dressing up as just sailors. But this year was a Harry Potter theme. And I realized I didn't actually bring anything because my wizard hat went missing. I still don't know exactly where that is. Darn you, wizard hat. But I was looking around for it, couldn't find it. So I was like, what am I going to do? So I went to the reunion. And you see, for the car ride, because the car trip there is about 11 hours, 12 hours, somewhere around there. It's a long car trip, but we did it in one day because, no, we're not cowards. We're from the Midwest. And I was very, very tired. I actually had to drive some of it because, I'm 18 now. It happens. So we're driving. And something we like to do is we like to bring like little blankets, neck pillows, stuff like that. So if people want to fall asleep in the car, they have some little bits of comfort. And generally, the blankets are just there so that if there's like a hard piece of plastic you want to put your head on, you can cover it in a blanket, and then it's suddenly a much softer thing to put your head on. Still not entirely comfortable, but it's helpful. And it's a lot smaller, it's a lot more practical than just bringing a giant pillow because, we're going to like a hotel or a house or something, and there will be pillows. So we have blankets, and the blanket that I brought with as my car blanket was this blanket from when I was littler. And it's a screen blanket with a dragon head on it and a dragon tail at the other side, so that you can sort of drape it around yourself, and it looks like you're a little dragon. What it turns out, I haven't read Harry Potter in a long while, but we went there. We went to the place where we were supposed to dress up, and I realized right before I left, there's dragons in Harry Potter, which is kind of whack, because I haven't thought about Harry Potter since I was in like 4th or 5th grade. I mean, I've thought about it every once in a while, but certainly not the dragons. And this thing looks almost entirely like a common Welsh green, which is a type of dragon in Harry Potter, apparently. And so I just put this blanket on myself, and I was like, yeah, I'm a common Welsh green. And they're like, oh, I see. Very good costume. And this was the lowest effort costume I've actually ever had. So that was pretty fun. I've had a lot of fun on this reunion. They gave me a wand, and that the hosts made themselves, and it's really cool. Some of them were made out of dowel rods, but mine was actually just a stick they found in their yard, and they put hot glue on it, and It's really cool. They put a little piece of twine on with a little tag that says that what it's made out of. So it's of course from Ollivanders, and this is a 16 3/4 inch wand, so it's a really long wand, um, made of cedar and kelpie hair apparently. So that's pretty cool. I don't know. Harry Potter's interesting because J.K. Rowling sucks, but I mean Harry Potter exists. It's some people really like it. I think it's okay. eh. Oh wait, this is a Nebraska episode. I need to be talking about Nebraska. So there's one really cool place in Nebraska called Johnson Lake, and it's this really big lake. And one of the hosts had a lake house there. Well, actually, I don't know if they were one of the hosts, but they lived in that place, part of Nebraska, and they had a lake house there. And right now, I had an infection that was on my foot. All right, it was not great, but one of the things about having an infection is that you cannot swim in lake water, because lake water has a whole host of things that you just do not want inside your body, like through an open wound. All sorts of bacterias and parasites and just not great things. And of course, if you don't have an open wound, you should be fine. You just probably shouldn't get in your eyes or mouth, but you're going to be fine. But of course, I'm not allowed to swim in lake water, but I was allowed to be on the boat. So I just chilled on the boat for a while. Well, we pulled tubes behind us, wakeboards. It was a great time. I got to be the person holding the flag, because Nebraska law states that if someone is in the water where it's a no swim zone, you have to have the boat that they fell out of has to hold up an orange flag and wave it around to signify, hey, there's someone in the water. Be careful if you want to drive past us so you don't, just wreck this dude. And it's tiring to hold my arm up above my head and wave that flag around for all that time. Like, I could do it for a while. And I mean, I did it the whole time, except for one of the runs where someone else picked up the flag before I did. But I held it up for almost the whole time, and it's tiring work, dude. Like, it's a lot. But I was just happy to feel useful, because I couldn't really do much outside of it. I had a very fun time on this trip, and I'm probably going to be mentioning things from this trip for the next several episodes. I got to see a lot of family that I haven't seen in a while. I got to go to a bar that oh gosh, now I have to think about what her relation is to me. Oh, okay. She's not an aunt. Hold on, wait, who is her mother? Let's see, my grandfather's sister is her mother. So what is that? What is her Is there like a family or no relation relative relationship chart? Okay, yeah, let's look at this. Okay, I'm looking at this right here. So my common ancestor. All right, so this is the. Okay, let's look at this. Key to understanding relationships. Why isn't this opening? I'm really trying here. So, our common ancestor is a grandparent. So we have the common ancestor. Then they are the child of that common ancestor. They're the grandchild of the common ancestor, and I'm a great grandchild of that common ancestor. So they're a first cousin once removed. Apparently. Wow, this stuff is very interesting. Okay. Relations are weird. But anyway, I need to hit the comedy button, so why can't you tell a secret in a cornfield? It's because there's ears everywhere, and they're always stalking you. Okay. Now it's time for the song that's been in my mind all episode, and today's song that's been in my mind all episode is going to be Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin, and what's it called? And also played by the Columbia Symphony Orchestra. Because, dude, it's just great. You gotta listen to it. It's hard to describe, but it's a wonderful, like, jazzy piano piece. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll catch you all next time, and good